Alright, y'all, this part two of the video. Um, Let me tell the story. I'm not gonna finish the song in case somebody knock on my door again. But the name of the song was the Clark Sisters, Jesus the Same, Yesterday and Forevermore. But this lady in housekeeping a while ago, named Melinda, she came in here and she came to mop my floor and clean up. And she didn't know that I was blind because I didn't have my shades on. And she was talking to me. And she asked, did I want the light off? I say, well, no, you can leave it on. I can't see light anyway. She say, what you mean? I say, well, I'm totally blind. She say, for real? I said, yes. She said, well, you don't look it. I said, yeah. Um, Many people tell me I don't look blind. And God knows I don't act blind. And she say, if you don't mind me asking what caused it. And I have no problem telling people what caused my blindness, diabetic retinopathy. My retina's detached from my eyes. And she say, my son, that's 20 years old, he has diabetes, and he been having it since he was 10. And I was a bad mom. And I say, a bad mom? She said, yes. She said, I was into darkness. She say, I wasn't taking care of him. I wasn't taking care of myself. I was doing drugs. I was doing everything I could do. And she say, his sickness made me come to God and closer to God and see the light to take care of my child. And she says, I was into a whole lot of things, but I was not into God. And she said, I found God. I got my life straight. And she went on and on to tell me that he's 20 years old now and that he's incarcerated of him trying to defend himself of some people that tried to beat him up, and he pulled out a weapon and they all went to jail. The other family, the other families had money to get their kids out. She had the money, but she says she's gonna let him stay in there to learn his lesson because he needs to be taught a lesson that you can't fight fire with fire. I have nothing to do with that. That if that's her way of disciplining him, that's fine. And she said she was telling about his diabetes. She said, but he looks so much at peace and at rest in jail. And she said, eventually I'm going to get him out. And she got to testify. And she said, she said, I have 36 rooms to clean, and you are the 5th room. And she said, for some reason, God brought me on this end of the hallway first, and I'm glad he did. She said, because you telling me your testimony with your diabetes and your blindness. And she say, for me to be a person that didn't used to be saved, and she say, I see light in you and I see God in you. And she say, something brought me down this hallway first, and it was something about your presence when I came in your room that I felt. I get this a lot of times, and I don't know what it is. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a minister. People can see light in me. I guess the presence. Of me. I just say it's the presence of life and light. I have no light, as in visual. I can't see any light. What they see within me, I know is within me. And I'm just so glad that I can share it with other people. She got to confessing that her husband, she put her husband in God's hands because he doesn't treat her right. He does everything to degrade her. And she working in housekeeping to try to make it. She visits her son every Saturday because he's incarcerated. She's praying that he would better take care of himself with his diabetes. He's going into renal failure while he's in prison. And she held my hand and asked would I pray for her. And it brought me almost down to tears to know that people can sense this presence in me and come to me for prayer. And as silly as I can be, as serious as I can be, as knowledgeable as I am, I touch people in ways that I don't know that I touch them. And sometimes you have to realize that with some people, you are the only Bible they will only read by showing your character. She went on to tell me some other personal things, and I don't know this lady from The Man on the Moon, and they can find their self within me to tell me their stories and their testimonies. I thought she was an older lady, and she told me that she was 40 years old. So she's 1 year older than I am. When I told her I was 39, she said, "Oh, I thought you was much younger than that." She said, "Well, I'm just 40. And I would say, "Well, she said I had my child very young, unsaved in the streets and everything." And she said she's so glad that she found God, and she's still a work in process because she's still bitter and angry towards what her husband is doing to her. And I said, you're going to have to put it in God's hands. You can't change him. You can't change people. You got to let God, you did the right thing by putting him in God's hands. Don't let God change him. You can't change him. And she said, he grew up in church all his life, and it's like, she say, it's like a vice versa. She say, I got closer to God and seen the light. As I did that, he slipped to the darkness. I said, well, ma'am, all that I can say right now, you two are, it's night and day. I said, but you have to stay strong. You have to stay committed to God. You're going to have to stay strong. Don't go back on the dark side because your husband went back on the dark side. And don't let anybody degrade you, or don't let anybody take your joy. I say, are you at peace? She say, not really right now. I say, find you some peace. Find you some peace, find you some joy, and find your happiness back. And let God handle the rest. Stuff like this touches me because I'm a psychologist to all my friends. I'm a listening ear to anybody. And it does something in my soul. It does something to my spirit. It feels like I'm helping them. And people literally takes my advice because I would not tell you or steer you wrong in any type of way. If I figure that I can't help you, I'm not going to harm you. So, this is my last day in the hospital. I've been clowning with the staff all weekend long. They don't want me to go, but I'm getting out of here. And it's just, I just had to share that testimony. Everywhere I go, I touch someone's heart. I touch someone. Everybody, love everybody. And sometimes someone just needs someone to listen to them and need a shoulder to cry on. the reason why I started crying in here, because she started crying. Not just what she was telling me was already tearing me up inside, but I hold my tears in. I usually don't let people see me cry. I hold it in. I cry by myself somewhere. I go in the bathroom and cry before I let anybody see me cry. But she started crying in here, and then the door was open. And I don't care if the door open. If a person testifying me about God or whatever, I don't care if the door open. I don't care if we're in the mall. I don't care where we're in the opening, and they want to cry and pour themselves out to God. Do it. Free yourself. Do it. But this is my early morning experience, and all that I can say is wow. Wow. God is good. Jesus is real. And people really need to get back to loving each other, no matter color, race, creed, religion, sex, gender, sexuality. It doesn't matter. You know, she was a Caucasian lady. I'm a little black boy. No boy, black man. And she poured her heart out to me and said God sent her on this end of the hallway first. She was only supposed to be in my room for 10 to 15 minutes. She has 36 rooms. And she stayed in here for an hour. 20 minutes was prayer. It's amazing. It's amazing. I think God sent me certain places for different reasons. Because I'm healed. I'm taken care of. They may say I have this IV in my neck pumping antibiotics, but I'm healed. When I come to a hospital, I already claim healness. When I step into a hospital, no matter what I'm going through, I don't go in the hospital too many times. This is my first time having a hospital stay in 4 years. So to let you know, I'm not in the hospital very often. But everywhere I go, whether it's a hospital, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's in the mall, I touch someone. And people, we need to start touching people the same way. Love don't cost a thing. Love does not cost a penny, but it's very, very valuable. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Just wanted to share that testimony. Bye-bye.